Hello friends, so today we are back with a video on how to be emotionally strong. Thank you for the great response you gave us on our previous videos, and thanks for the love which is really inspiring us to create more videos, and all your suggestions and emails. We are trying to consider and prepare videos based on the feedback that which you are providing. So thank you once again for that. Today's topic which we are talking about is about emotions. Now, what is emotions? See, emotions is something which is there in all of us. Emotions keep varying, at different time intervals. Our many a times our routine is fixed, but our emotions cannot be fixed. Okay, we may be very happy in the morning, and then as per the events which move on across the day, our emotions may be changing in a different patterns. Same way, the emotions change when we are with different set of people. Emotions change when we are in different situations, different kind of hobbies that we are doing. So different activities will nurture our different aspects of emotion. So we have to be emotionally very strong when we come across with some challenging situations or challenging emotions. We have to be balancing between when we are very happy, in a happy emotional state as well. We should not go overboard doing something wrong. Okay, so there has to be right balance, So today we are trying to discuss up more about how to deal with emotions, especially when we have some challenging situations coming across in our life. So when we are dealing with emotions, the very important point which comes in is let's focus on the moment. Okay, so when we are talking of focus on the moment, in the sense that many a times we keep thinking about some past events which keep on disturbing us. Okay, whereas you today may be very happy, you may be in a very good situation today, but if we keep thinking about the past, we are not able to enjoy the moment today. So it is very important that we keep ourselves focused on the moment. Okay, same thing, many a times we keep thinking about the future. No, that is again something which gives unnecessary worry to us as to what will happen in the future. Again, no, that is something it does create some negative emotions. So it is important that you focus yourself on the moment. Try to understand how you can be happy in the current moment, how you can nurture your emotions in the current moment. That will help you a lot. Whenever we face a difficult emotion, whenever we face a difficult situation, rather, I would say, it is very important that we don't react immediately. See, that is something, it can be very harmful. At times, if someone is saying something, the person could be talking of facts, person could be talking about your negative traits or something. So it is very important that you do not revert back immediately. Maybe you could take a deep breath, or hold yourself for some time before you revert back to the person. Because many a times when we revert back in a negative state of mind, whatever we do, whatever kind of emotions we release, it does become harmful for future perspective. So it is very important that we don't react immediately. We give ourselves some time, we give our emotions some time before we revert back to the person. Especially when we are encountering a negative emotion, it is very important that we do not get excited enough to just give some vague answers, or some angry answers, or use some abusive language, which may not be healthy from a future perspective, from a long term perspective, from your personality perspective. So you could even go through our video on personality development. It will talk of all positive things. So the link is there below if you would like to go through that. So moving forward to this, so it is very important that we nurture positive emotions and move forward accordingly. See, a third important point what I would like to talk about is one has to change the way you think about a particular situation. Many a times we are having some presumptions, or we are having some prejudices that this person will do it like this, or this particular if the situation is like this, maybe I'll not be able to survive, or maybe if this person comes under my team, so and so thing will happen. So a lot of times such prejudices itself keeps us worrying. So it is very important that we change the way we think about the situation. Many a times it so happens we have false presumptions, maybe when the person comes in, the person is more helpful, the person is more guiding, a person is more inspiring. It can happen in a different way, many inspiring leaders may look very tough, but they end up inspiring their teammates. Okay, so there are a lot of examples of that. Many times that the person who has made the more number of mistakes is the person who has the best experience, is one of the most experienced person. Why? Because the person has made the mistakes and learned from it. So that is how it comes in. So when we are having negative situations, we will have negative emotions, but if we can change the thought process, if we can start perceiving the situation in a positive manner, it will help us a lot in changing our emotions. It will help us a lot in coming in a more positive state of emotions. Now, talking about the next point, you should also identify as to what are the areas you would like to work upon. Or you'd like to change. So maybe you can prepare a kind of your SWOT analysis. You could prepare your strengths and weaknesses. Understand okay, where you can have positive emotions. So that would be basically your strengths, from where you're going to get some positive emotions that will help you overcoming your negative emotions as well. That could be somewhere at times it could be your weaknesses. So now you have to make those weaknesses into your goals, where you will upgrade your emotions. Correct? So that is something, it does become extremely important that you set your own goals. You try to work out as to how are you going to overcome those weaknesses. Okay, so that will simultaneously help you overcome those bad emotions. Okay, now what happens is, say for example, someone is good in studying, but the person is not good in sports. Okay, so you have good emotions related to studies because you score well. But when the same thing comes to sports, one person may not be very good in sports, whereas there may be someone else who may be very good in sports, but he's always being told that you are not studying well. Okay, but then at the end of the day, if that person can become a great sportsman, that will help the person become nurture his emotions very nicely. So the thing is, you have to identify your goals, and you have to come across positively in different emotional situations as well. So another point what I would like to talk about is one should learn about emotional management. Okay, so it is very important that we understand our own emotional quotient. We try to understand as to where we, how we are able to handle our emotions. So see, one has to understand that see, the situations which are happening, that is not in our control, but the way we react to the situations is something which is in our control. So how we react to the situations again depends on how we feel emotionally at that point in time. So it is very important that we should be able to manage our own emotions and work towards emotional management. So every individual may be comfortable having their own set of hobbies as well, to be able to manage out the emotions. Someone, when the person is not feeling good, person may be comfortable doing some artistic hobbies, or maybe playing some games, as maybe some other activity. So that is very important that that is being taken care of. So yes, this is what we wanted to just share with you in this video. And I would again like to thank you, all of you, for the great love and support that you are giving to us. And if you like this video, do like, share, subscribe. Yes, and do mention about the other topics in the comment section as to what are the other topics you would like to see. And we will try our best to come up with those videos as well. Thank you very much.